Hey, this is Linus, what's up? You're watching TechLine HD, and today I wanted to talk about action cameras. Obviously, there are plenty of different models out there, from the most expensive ones to those cheap Chinese action cameras, but the one I'm using is made by Yi Technology, and they have the flagship camera, which is called Yi 4K Action Camera Plus, that can shoot videos in 4K at 60 frames per second, but the one that I'm using is the regular Yi 4K camera that at the moment costs $170, and I think it brings a lot of value for the price. I've been using this camera for a very long time. I took this camera to Iceland, to Germany, Spain, US, Czech Republic, and some other places, and it's been recording a great looking 4K footage, and that's actually the key selling point to me when it comes to any camera or any action camera. Speaking of that 4K video, I honestly believe this is one of the best quality you can get at this price point. The footage is sharp, there is plenty of detail, sharpness, and the color reproduction is usually very accurate. I've shot a lot of videos months ago, and some of the footage came out underexposed, but it has improved a lot after a few software updates. Obviously, you can choose from plenty of resolution and frame rate combinations, but the ones I've used the most besides the 4K include 1080p at 60 frames per second, 1080p at 120 frames per second, and I was really happy with the overall video quality. Slow motion videos can be shot at 240 FPS, and the quality is pretty good too. The camera has electronic image stabilization. It does not work in 4K, but it works at 2.7K at 30 frames per second, and it does a pretty good job reducing the shakiness. The 4K time-lapse video is very detailed and sharp looking too, and same can be said about the still image quality, as pictures usually look really nice. The only downside is that the low light performance could be better, but I think that the footage is still usable after some editing. Sound recording quality is not the best, but it's pretty good for the price of this camera.
He likes licking things.
Yeah, I like it.
It's really convenient to carry the Yi camera as it is compact and lightweight. It's made out of plastic, but it does not feel cheap at all. We have a Sony Sensor, which is protruding quite a bit, but that's the case with most of the action cameras. Next to the camera, we have the LED, which lights up in different colors to indicate the juice left in the battery. The camera can be charged via the micro USB port, which is covered by a flap. There is a 1/4-inch thread, so you can mount your camera to tripods or other accessories. Also, we have a replaceable 1400 mAh battery and a micro SD card slot. The display is one of the key features of this camera, since it is really nice and sharp, and it's even visible under direct sunlight. Also, the touchscreen responsiveness is very good. Another thing that I love is the user interface that has never let me down, since it's intuitive and I've never noticed any lag or stutter. In other words, the UI is just fast. If you swipe from the top, you will access quick settings toggles. Also, you can select from quite a few shooting modes that include photo, video, time-lapse video, slow motion, and other modes. A really cool feature is that you can quickly switch from the photo and the last shooting mode by simply swiping from left to right. You can also watch the videos you shot or the pictures you took right on the camera. You can also adjust quite a few image settings manually, or let the camera do all the work for you using the auto mode. You can also connect the camera to your phone via the Wi-Fi, and my experience with the Yi Camera app has been great. Obviously, there is a slight video input lag, but other than that, I love using it. Within the app, you can adjust all of the same camera settings, switch from one mode to another, download or view the videos, upgrade camera's firmware, and so on. I've never had any connectivity issues, which is not the case with some cheap action cameras. A few downsides of the Yi 4K camera include that it does not ship with any extra accessories like those cheap action cameras do. Also, the device is not water resistant, meaning that you'll need to buy the case. It costs about 30 bucks, which is too much in my opinion. If you buy it in a bundle, it will cost you just $10 extra. That case has been working absolutely fine for me. Another department where the Yi 4K camera shines is the battery life. It is declared that you can get up to 2 hours of battery life, and that's actually true. In fact, I was able to achieve even better results. For example, if I shot some 4K footage, some 1080p video, and also took some still photos, so I was able to achieve like 2 hours and 10 minutes of the battery life, which is even better than the official claims. Obviously, if you're going to record only in 4K, you're going to achieve up to 2 hours of battery life, not more. At the end of the day, I think that the Yi 4K action camera is actually one of the best in this price range, mainly because of that great looking 4K video, great battery life, pretty nice design and display and build quality, and overall it's a great action camera. And if you want me to mention a few shortcomings, I would say that the night image quality is not that great, but it's usable, it just could be a little bit better. And finally, the camera does not ship with any accessories, you know, like those cheap Chinese action cameras that cost like 60 or 70 bucks. But if you prefer great image quality, great battery life, and all other pros I just previously mentioned, I think you can't go wrong with the Yi 4K action camera, and I can easily recommend it because I've been using it for a long time and it's been working just fine. But what do you guys think about this camera, or which camera do you use on a daily basis if you use any action camera? As always, drop me a comment down below, like the video if you liked it, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Finally, for all the latest updates, please follow me on social media. It was Linus, thank you for watching and see you soon.